Hello, people. This is another deck profile from me, Eli, and it's one of my old projects that I. It's one of my old dream projects that I've always wanted to make, and luckily, with the help of Cosmic Hunter, of course, and Isorgius from TCO, I've managed to just make a temporary deck to use. I'll have to return these to Cosmic soon, and it's an LF Vermilion Dravita control. Yes, LF isn't that much of a big deal as far as controls are concerned, but it was always one of my dream projects, and it's also viable in IRL situations. It's not like we've got a completely uber competitive scene right now, but yeah, off to the deck. I'm running a lot of psychics in this as well, so Guile 0. It's 6 for 7,000 Hunter Red Command Dragon. When it breaks a shield, your opponent reveals that shield first. You may put a psychic creature that costs the same or less than a number of the revealed shields. Then this creature breaks that into the battle zone. Then this creature breaks that shield. I'm running. Wait, how many am I running again? Yeah, I'm running 2 copies of Guile 0, just in case. It's a dragon, and I've got promotional versions of Guile 0 with Katsuda Kirifuda on them, so I don't know how Katsuda Kirifuda. Yes, his name is spelled awkward. Next up, Elizabeth Levine. It's a Mecha Del Sol. When you put this creature in the battle zone, you and your opponent play Gatsunko Judge. If you win, tap 2 of his creatures in the battle zone. They don't untap at the start of the next turn. It's a pretty decent card, and you get conditional force tap. It's overall good. Chief Dabala, Machine King of Mystic Light. It's an awesome card. It's a great Mega King 4 for 4,000 blocker. When you put this into the battle zone, recover a spell from the graveyard to your hand. It is an awesome, awesome card. Sadly, I don't have more copies of these. Otherwise, I would have included a lot more. These 2 more. Next up, White Heaven Thunderclap Elemental. I've got the Heroes card version. When you put this creature in the battle zone, if you have at least 1 other Angel command in the battle zone, choose one of your opponent's creatures and put it into his shield zone as a new shield. Yeah, it's an Angel command that has this additional boost. I'll show you why I use this later while I get to the Psychics. Corteo, Spirit Knight. Arc Seraphim, 7 for 2,000 shield trigger. When you put this into the battle zone, for each creature you have in the battle zone, tap 1 of your opponent's creatures. Yeah, it's a whole pseudo holy all with the creature body. And it wreaks havoc in certain cases. I've only got 1 copy, and I don't think I need more than 1 copy. Next up. Oh god. Found it. Since this is a Dravita deck, I'm running Flame Commands. 5 of them. 7 of them actually. 3 of them are Batrash Knuckle Bakuryu, or Batrash Knuckle Blast Dragon. It's a 6 for 6,000 Double Breaker, Flame Command Armor Dragon. When you put this in the battle zone, you force battle 1 of your opponent's creatures with this. Rainy day. After that, we've got 2 copies of Gaga Picarian. It is a Cyberlord Aquahulkus and a Cyberlord Alien Aquahulkus. Right. Codename Bazagazi Ragon. There's a reason why I've included this. It's a speed attacker, and on the turn that it enters the battle zone, this creature can attack untapped creatures. And whenever this creature wins a battle, all of your creatures in the battle zone can attack untapped creatures this turn. Sweet. And it and it's a 7 cost. Armor Dragons. Yeah. Next up, I've got 2 copies of Shiny Hyperspatial Shiny Hole. Tap one of your opponent's creatures, put a white psychic that costs 7 or less, or any number of psychics that have a total cost of 5 or less from your Hyperspatial Zone to your battle zone. I'm running 2 copies of these for reasons that I'll explain later. The other hyperspatial spell that I have is Dravita Hold. Yeah, I don't run 3 cost spells, which is why this goes a bit wasted, but yeah, it's a restricted spell, so I can run only 1 copy of this. You return a spell that costs 3 or less from your graveyard to your hand, and you've got the same effect as Shiny Hole. Next up, I'm running 2 copies of Raging Apache Lizard, a 7 class 5000 warrior hunter. When you put this into the battle zone, you may put a fire psychic that costs 8 or less from your hyperspatial zone to your battle zone. Next up, got this Perfect Galaxy Spirit of Immortality. It is also another restricted card. Why? It's a 7 cost 9000 Angel Command, and when you put this into the battle zone, it gets its Shield Force ability. Shield Force. While the chosen shield remains in the shield zone, this creature gets blocker and does not leave the battle zone. It is fucking OP. Pseudo OP, which is why it is banned outright. I'm running these 3 copies of Valpiero, Apocalypse Guardian. When you put this on the battle zone, you may destroy it. If you do, return a spell from your graveyard to your hand. This would just be wasted if I don't get my hands on Intense Roll Shachioko Kaiser, which is perfect with this. If only I had Shachioko Kaiser, I guess. Cosmic, if you're looking at this, I need a Shachioko Kaiser from you. Next up, Valkyrios Chi Kaiser. I'm running 2 copies of these. While you have at least 3 other dragons in the battle zone, you may put this into the battle zone for no cost. Gravity 0, Double Breaker. Makes some sense, no? And I'm running codename Valkyrie Ragon. Yeah, there's a reason why I included Valkyrios Chi Kaiser and Ragon in this, because you get stuff like Batrash Knuckle, which force battles, and that has incredible synergy with these 2. Batoreo, Victory Blast Dragon. When one of your 5 creatures wins a battle, you may put this from your hand to your battle zone. So essentially, you summon Batrash, you have at least 1 of these in your hand, you win a battle, this comes in free of cost. Next turn, you've got Valkyrie Ragon, you summon him, take Valkyries from your deck, and since you've got 3 dragons in the battle zone, you can summon him for no cost. Saves a lot of time, no? And defensive, pseudo-offensive, Super Flaming Hellscrown. Choose any number of your opponent's creatures that have total power 5,000 or less. Kill them. Shield trigger 6. Yeah, it's a defensive card. And the final 2 flame commands I'm running. Genji Double Cross. No explanations needed. It's a 7,000 speed attacker with the ability that it kills one of your opponent's blockers every time it attacks. I'm running 2 copies of Smash Water Stomping Goo. Untap Attacker. Whenever this creature attacks a creature that has power 6,000 or less, it gets plus 9,000 power. Yeah. This coupled with Batoreo means you're dead. And I've got Peace Lupia, which is Chawaka on a Firebird, 3 cost 4,000, Walker. I'm running Yosakoi, It is an Angel Command Unknown blocker, and your unknowns in Zeniths cost 1 less. They can't cost less than 1. Uh, Codename Oreva Leo. It is Diamond Color on a creature body. Yeah, it's a 7 cost 9,500 blocker, Angel Command Unknown. Your creatures with blocker attack your opponent regardless of any abilities that would stop them from doing so. But this does not negate Summoning Sickness. Yes, your creatures get Summoning Sickness, but this shit helps. And I've got Metafiction or Affection, Demon Command, 6 for 6,500 blocker. Whenever your opponent casts a spell, recover a spell. And the final 3 cards are Evos. Algadius, no explanation needed. Negates light, and negates any spell other than light. Sheeden Galaxy, or Swordflesh Galaxy, whichever way you want to call it. It's a Vortex Evo. Put on 2 Angel Commands or Honor Dragons or any combination of the like. Whenever this attacks Meteor Burn, that is, you put cards from under this in your graveyard. Meteor Burn 2. If there was a dragon under this creature, this untaps after attacking. And if there was an Angel Command under this creature, until the start of your next turn, this creature stays in the battle zone whenever it's destroyed. And final non-psychic is a victory rare. Bararios, Lord of Spirits. Dragon Lord of Spirits. It's the Angel Command Dragon, Evo, Walker. When you put this into the battle zone, it's going to cost 1,000. When you put this into the battle zone, and when your last shield breaks, tap your opponent's entire field. Those creatures do not untap at the start of your opponent's next turn. Yeah, this thing is reeks awesomeness. Now, since I showed you some psychic summoners, these are the psychics that I'm running. Since I've got a 0, I'm opting for a variety of psychics that I could use. Koshiro, Temporal Ogre, 6 cost 4,000. At the start of your turn, if you have 8 or more mana cards, flip this. Danjuro. This thing, whenever it attacks, put a non-evil creature that costs 8 or less from your mana zone to your battle zone. So, I've got Geo the Man with Titan. At the end of your turns, you may return a card from your mana zone to your hand. Yeah, it's an awesome utility card. I need the other part of this, Gagapakun, for the whole Jaren Pakanga set. And I've got I'm running the whole Shachihoko Golden Dragon set. White, Red TENMTH Kaiser. Whenever your opponent chooses this creature, he puts all cards in his mana zone in his graveyard. White TENMTH Kaiser, whenever this attacks, return and recover a spell. And Black Willow, whenever this attacks, one of your opponent's creatures gets minus 3,000 until the end of the turn. And when they awaken into Shachihoko Golden Dragon, which is a Psychic Super Victory rare. Whenever this attacks, recover 3 spells, all your opponent's creatures get minus 9,000 until the end of the turn, and it's a World Breaker. And this can't be chosen. So, yeah, pretty awesome in itself. And I'm running Galaxy Temporal Immortal. This is an Angel Command. When it leaves the battle zone, you flip it into King of Galaxy Destruction Awakened. All your other creatures get blocker. Yeah, it's a pretty defensive deck. I'm mainly depending on the Shiny Hole TENMTH synergy. So, and the final card, the card that this deck is mainly based on, Dravita, Temporal Pressure Spirit. Whenever your opponent casts a spell, tap one of his creatures. Whenever this creature wins a battle, untap it. At the start of your turn, if you have 2 or more flame commands or creatures with mechs in their name in your battle zone. Flip this. And 2 Vermilion Dravita, the Awakened Pressure Dragon. It's a triple breaker in your command armor dragon. When the opponent can cast spells, this can attack untapped creatures. And when it leaves the battle zone, it gets released. That is, you flip it back to its sealed state. And release is a pretty exclusive mechanic for some cards, some particular cards. Yeah. That was my Vermilion Dravita deck. I'll be uploading some more videos. So, yeah, Cosmic, if you're listening and if you're looking at this, I need help. Adios.